Last time on Metaphor ReFantazio. Guys, we should take Luis's shirt off. Ragnus, I know he's hot, but now's really not the time. And now back to the story. Hello and welcome to the channel. We're back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. Last episode, things flew so far off the rails that I don't know where the tracks are anymore. So we finally confronted and killed Luis, seemingly. I'll get into that in a bit, but it turns out that he was not the one behind the prince's curse. And Forden foolishly revealed that he knew some details he shouldn't about the person that did attack the prince, that they have a wound on their back. So either Forden himself did it, or he's affiliated with the person that did. He's involved somehow, and that's really bad because, like I said previously, we really needed Luis to take him out, because going against him would be very bad for our reputation, especially now since we revealed that we weren't ever actually on Luis's side.
What now?
I don't know what now, it's a whole mess. Like, we gotta get Drakodios back. We can't let him have it. I think we're gonna need the Parapus brothers' help for this, and they are not gonna be happy with us. So going back to Luis's death, I'm not entirely sure if I believe he is actually dead. I can believe our plan working, and I can believe us beating him in the fight. Like, Luis's actions have actually been pretty straightforward when you think about it. Like, the man is audacity incarnate. He crashed the royal funeral. His plan for taking out Forden was just, yeah, this spear that bypasses the king's magic, I'm just gonna stab Forden with it. Like, really no elaborate plans. And Grievous' assassination attempt almost worked, and it was just run at him, stab him. It was only because of the king's magic that Louis survived that day. With all that in mind, his death is believable. What puts me off is that he was warned about our plan. He knew our plan was coming, and his counter strategy was just take the hit and confront us with a grievous chest wound. That's the part that has me skeptical. So yeah, not because that he was the big bad that this game has been building up to. And frankly, I think they oversold him on purpose, because he was being used as a scapegoat. Our true enemy is Forden. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Should I call it a day and settle in for the night? Yeah, there's really nothing else to do. I am kind of worried how things are gonna go from here. Because like Juna says, Rella is hiding something. Let's go.
Good night.
Rest well. I'll try. There is still one more round for the tournament. Wonder what that's gonna be.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
What are the brothers doing back there? Oh no, he's holding Drakodios.
Looks like Drakodios hasn't left his side.
Yep, he's definitely not letting that out of his sight.
Today is a day of great celebration.
I hate you.
A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement.
It's still very ironic, or maybe fitting, that I play this on Sundays.
Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice.
Liar!
Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands.
You know, even if we go against Forden, our chances might not be so bad. Like, popularity-wise, because the thing is, despite his popularity, he is #1, but Luis has always been #2. So it's clear that this country isn't married to Sanctism. Granted, the Sanctus votes were probably split, whereas Luis's support was probably more focused.
I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
Guy who endorses elders being discriminated against, by the way.
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
Yeah.
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
Of course he would.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient.
Yeah.
But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Yeah, so what do we do here?
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard!
We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
And why's that?
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Yep.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
We're just gonna go for it now?
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
Okay, I guess it's do or die.
We have no choice.
If there really is no other way.
Whoa-oh.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His smuggler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
Yep, that was a very dark aura.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Anyone catch that pagan wretch line? No?
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Louis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Of course he would deny it.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
We do have the mirror. We can show everyone the prints.
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Louis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
I would instantly turn on this guy if I heard him say that.
You vile
Keep cool.
traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
That's a very bad mindset.
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Charge these ruffians with your divine lance!
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Louis and handing me the crown.
Yeah, at this point, I think he has enough support to go fully mask off. Well, not fully. He still has to keep up the lie that he wasn't the guy who killed the prince.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that?
Who dat?
You! Identify yourself!
Is it Louis? Oh, it's definitely him!
Who are you?
I saw the hair. Whoa.
Should we not be festive?
There we go. I knew it was too easy.
Forden.
Louis. Impossible. How could you have survived?
Yeah, how'd you fake your death? I want to know.
Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Louis!
It's a fake. I don't know when he did it, but he did it.
But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit, just like you. This is the true lance.
Credit where it's due. That was sick.
You snake, Louis.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
Bitch had it coming.
No. Impossible.
But now Louis is our biggest obstacle again.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled! Cancelled!
Del, Lord Louis is alive.
What's going on?
That's what I'm wondering, because they confirmed his death.
Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule. What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
What did you do? I mean, he could have come back to life. He knew one necromancer. Let's go with this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to piece together how he did it. Maybe he restarted his heart somehow.
But you're supposed to be dead.
Not that, you know, it matters to us anymore. It doesn't matter as much to us anymore.
In a sense, yes.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
The one that's on your side. He was the one that warned you. Oh!
Zorba?
Yep, makes sense. Hard to keep a necromancer down. He just erased those guys. Was that Shin Megami Tensei, Muto?
Back at the Grand Cathedral.
Oh, you look so much cooler now.
I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand. And the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Clever.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
Hulkenberg. What? Necromancer.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Louis is destined for far greater than this.
And if Zorba was infiltrating, then he could have swapped out the spears.
So I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock.
Well done.
After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why do you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Yufa. What? Infiltrator!
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
Exactly.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions.
He lives by his ideals, and will die by them.
Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
We can still get that back, right?
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
No risk, no reward.
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless.
Yes, but we couldn't piece together why.
That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath.
Yeah.
For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way.
Yep.
So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived.
Yep.
Where is he? Speak or die.
Please.
Why are you guys still here?
No! Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
I can't get over how cool Zorba looks now.
No! Stop him!
Don't!
I knew it. I knew it would be them.
Out of the way!
Oh, that's cool. So that's what Fidelio does.
Why?
For the children, probably.
Oh! Run!
Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Fidelio!
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Tell.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
I see it, you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del?
Of course, it had to be my favorite.
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
You shut your sexy mouth.
Lord Louis. That's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong.
Yeah, that said though, Louis seemed a bit torn up about it. Just a little bit.
Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our hope. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Louis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
Try it. We got just a bit stronger since the last time we met.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Let's take Fidelio with us. I don't want to leave him to the Sanctus.
Shut up! What about Zell? You saw what that bastard did to him!
We'll get back at him later.
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed.
Ah.
For now, please flee with us.
Yep, that's gonna strike a chord with her.
Shit!
Come, make haste.
Gotta go while we can.
Oh, welcome back.
It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
Of course it is.
You can expect little else in Altabri. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Tell knew he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
And you would understand that.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
Yeah, I think Forden would be too old to be so nimble. He was involved, but not directly.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Louis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it all!
For a moment, I entertained the thought that it could have been the king. But, like, he died at the beginning of the story. Unless it could have been more. No, surely not.
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Louis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
Doesn't know his location, though.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yep, they could follow us there.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
Yeah.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
I love moments like this. Just the ghost casually showing up, like, hey, glad to see you're okay.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Louis. Bloody hell, Tell. I thought I...
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Tell, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Ah, I love these scenes.
Tell...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready? Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight, but why?
O Lodestar,
Ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
Let's see it.
See you around, Dell.
Love it. Simple and effective.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
He's one of us. Oh, hello.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ardell. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad.
Thanks.
Basilio, the badass bruiser carrying his brother's honor, has become your ally.
By God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Santifex Forden right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
Oh, you guys have no room to judge that.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor. But they need not share Forden's strength.
Oh no. Rella? Ooh.
I have brought her here.
This sucks.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
Hell no, you saw what happened to Forden. I'm sorry. It's fine. No, I'm sorry that you were under the impression that that was a request, not an order.
This girl? She is your plan?
Easy to control.
Have you gone mad?
Oh?
I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
That'd be a more unanimous decision.
She sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Take this moment to get out, please.
Well, that is
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
She definitely will after you twist her wrist over it.
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
These guys are shameless.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Louis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
Popularity is their best bet at winning, but she's also very weak, so she's gonna have a rougher time being targeted by Louis. He's still got the lance, I think.
They're getting careless. Though,
they're getting desperate.
Maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Louis, becomes proper queen and all, gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
They're not gonna let her actually have power.
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right?
Yep.
Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
What could it be? We've had monster hunting and treasure hunting.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent.
Yeah, she's very different from Forden. So, like, Sanctus fanatics will automatically flock to her. People who didn't like Forden will flock to her. She's so popular that even common people will probably flock to her.
If Louis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake.
We are in the top 5. We still have a chance.
After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Louis versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right.
At this point, saving the prince is more about saving our friend than putting a specific person in power.
His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Louis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
We could scream in frustration. We have to keep trying to break the curse, but we also need to get people to support the prince's claim to the throne. To move forward, we need to buy time. Did we even consider what happens after the race to the throne is over? Because, like, the king's magic is protecting us during the election. But what's gonna stop Louis from just killing the king afterwards and taking power by force if he does lose?
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
Am I?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty?
As long as they don't find out.
I'm in. As long as they don't find out.
You can't just casually drop an "I'm in" on this.
No, think about it. This might draw out the original assassin.
Ardell was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar and have been for generations.
His appearance would be the least of our worries.
You know what? I didn't think about that.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood.
Ooh.
I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
Huh. Wait a minute. That's interesting. Because the Sanctus hate Elda in particular, right? And I think Forden did express frustration over me being an Elda. Like at some point he said, ugh, an Elda of all things. Over something I did. I think Forden was like, ugh, and an Elda of all, and it had to be an Elda of all things. Over something I did. I'm guessing an Elda prevented him from taking power in the past.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Yep.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I can't back down now.
I can't back down now.
Wow. You never do, you know?
Yep, our 3-hour dungeon runs are a testament to that.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more.
In fact, I'm about to
my sword to this gambit.
Edit that 3-hour session in the Dragon Temple is what I was saying.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Are they gonna believe us at this point?
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
Can we talk?
We have no clue what might happen in a situation like this, so once we're done with our preparations in the city, let's focus on tomorrow. But remember, the monks have their eyes on us. Let's keep our shopping to the Blue Sky Bridge area and return to the runner at night.
What now?
What now is Basilio's in the party. He's a bit behind in levels, but let's see what his Berserker can do. Can greatly increase its own attack power and overwhelm enemies with very powerful strike attacks. So you start with Slam Strike, you have 3 resistances, weak to light and darkness, which is interesting. The Sanctus and the Necromancer, the 2 people he probably hates most right now. Medium physical strike damage to 1 enemy. Charge greatly increases the caster's physical attack damage once per battle. Slam Shatter, AoE strike damage. Sense of Kinship. Sense of Kinship increases attack by 10%, pretty good. War Cry, yes! Decreases attack and defense for all enemies for 3 turns. And then Frenzy. Heavy physical strike damage to all enemies 1 of 3 times. Rampage Slash, ignores resistances. Wild Boar, extreme pierce damage, and significantly decreases attack. Wanton Destruction. Inflicts a 1-time weakness to strike. Battle Cry Tackle, also ignores resistances. Your attack is really high already. And so is your endurance, wow. So for this, you just need to max out your Berserker and rank 6. What do I want to get for you? Okay, Strength 48, Endurance 41. How does that compare to Stroll? 50 and 41. He's not far behind. And this is on a top tier archetype. Basilio's almost tied with him at base. Fidelio. He seemed like Luis's right-hand man, but he had a good head on his shoulders. Makes me think, if we met under other circumstances, perhaps we'd have shared a drink together. Before Basilio awakened his power, I felt the flow of another person's magla. I'm sure of it. This magla was gentle and warm. It enveloped Basilio, then it seemed to merge with him. To masquerade as His Highness the Prince. It seems insolent to claim his identity, and yet, I cannot put my finger on why, but I approve of the suggestion. Though, not without reservation. As the Prince's royal guard, you shall have my protection. Always knew you were a gutsy one, but to think you had it in you to claim yourself as the Prince. Bravo, old chap. You know, the Skull Runner was originally commissioned for His Highness's exclusive use. I'll do what I can to make it one worthy of him. At least Basilio's awake now. That's a relief. I thought he'd be a walking shadow, but watching him, I think he's going to pull through. First Yuffie awakens to her powers, and now Basilio too. It's surprising, yet at the same time it's not. You all seem to be guided by your star. Hello there. I'm gonna try to do a good voice for you.
Done?
Can't say I'm feeling as powerful as you lot look, but whatever I've got, I know for sure it's Del who gave it to me. Nothing easy about it, but I know that if I'm gonna be throwing around this power as your ally, I can't afford to mope. That's the best I've got for now. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with Basilio, because I've been focused on Stroll as my physical attacker. Oh, you know what? Brawler. Hang on, how's your HP? We're 77. If you get good HP, I could give you Pugilist. This would be pretty good, I think. Oh. This gets strike boost. I gotta see how good the 3rd tier is, but Brawler might be good for him. Might also be a good idea to get Commander, so I can get Fiery Strike and then Icy Strike. Let's head out. What are we doing out here? Parking pretty far from the city. Oh, hello, Broken Man. Ugh, damn it all. This really how it ends. Hey, are you okay? Are you hurt? Huh. Pretty obvious what happened, no? No? Was tossed out of a carriage and attacked by monsters. Suppose no one's gonna be much bothered by one more dead parapet lining in the streets. I'm grateful, at least, to have a view like this as my last. Ah, that monolith. It really is gorgeous. Wish I could have seen it up closer, but things are going blurry. Oh, come on. Let me heal him. I literally have cleric equipped. Oh, wow. That is freaking huge.
I'm tired.
Feeling accomplished? We sure did a lot today. I think we deserve a nice long rest. We just stepped outside. Do you guys have more to say?
I see.
So, Rella was among the finest healers in the land, eh? She does have a natural grace and gentleness. Perhaps that's what won her the support of so many. Sanctism is a force to be reckoned with. There's a saying on the island that Magla is a mirror which reflects a person's heart. Forden's Magla was ominous and sinister. I hesitate to criticize the Sanctus Church, but how did they support such a man? Tomorrow is a big day, and you shall need your rest. Rules or not, announcing that you are the prince will bring us no small share of hardship. Rella has taken up Forden's candidacy. Rella's a bit of a pushover, you know. I bet she was pressured into it by the higher-ups in the church. Yep, I feel bad for her. What started as a plan to take down Louis led to Forden's death, and now Saint Rella is a candidate in his stead. She would surely rule as queen better than Louis would as king. If she's allowed to, she would be... actually, I don't know. Just because she's nice doesn't mean she would be good as a ruler, especially if she doesn't really have much confidence. I don't get this at all. What the hell's happened? Why is Lady Rella taking Forden's place? I don't want to fight Lady Rella if I can help it, but if the Sanctus Church is jerking her around, then I want to do something about it. We're almost past the 80-hour mark here. There's a small bed. Doesn't look very comfortable, but regardless, we must sleep.
Sure.
I think I'll rest here for today.
Good night.
Rest well. I'll try, but I've probably got to wake up to shake Basilio's hand.
Yeah.
Hey, looking like we're all set for tomorrow. Got a minute then. Seeing as I've fallen in with you lot now, there's something I want to clear up.
You.
Just tell me this. You doing this all to save the poor prince, or are you doing it to save the country? I want to save the country.
Certainly.
I want to save this country.
Hey, mate.
If you want to save the country, you're playing a longer game. Got to actually win this race. So if we can't save the prince, you take his place. For good. That means if we win the tournament, you'll take the lie to your grave.
So...
I'm just saying. You declare yourself prince tomorrow, and everything changes for you forever. You know what you're signing up for. I'm used to change. I'm especially used to changing characters' voices, especially when I'm indecisive.
Yeah.
No point stopping now. My life's already changed so much. Listen to you. Got guts, that's for sure.
Then...
Well, I'll tell you something myself. Yeah, I think sort of like what I was doing for Fidelio, but a bit brighter. More energy behind it. I'm not just following you to go with the flow, alright? Or to avenge Del.
Whatever.
Sure, I'm planning on hammering that bastard Louis into the ground, but I'm doing it for the dream, for a world where your birth don't decide your life. That feels a bit better. And if I'm gonna tag along, that's the world we're gonna live to see. I know it.
Leave it to me.
So just leave it to me, yeah? I've got your back. As long as you're giving us everything you got, so will I. We got a deal, Captain? I saw Basilio off, who said he'd prefer sleeping in stowage. Why? And then returned to my bunk. Oh boy.
Look, it's that boy candidate. The one who betrayed Luis or killed him or something.
Get your story straight at least.
Hold on! I thought it was Sanctifex Forden who got killed.
I think it's both. But hard to say what actually happened. Suppose it's true what they say about Elder. Disaster follows them like an ill wind.
Couldn't get a read on what kind of reputation we had before, but it seems worse than I thought.
I wonder if our ranking's gonna go down.
Once we stand for His Royal Highness the Prince, that will surely change. We have to believe that.
St. Rella is here. The rumors were true.
He is seething.
Thank you all for joining me, even in the midst of this turmoil. I am Rella Cygnus, of the Crown Theocracy. The reason I ask that you all gather here today is so that I may formally announce my succession to His Eminence, the late Sanctifex Forden.
And it's only been a day.
I know not if I am worthy, but under the teachings of the noblesse, I am determined to become a worthy king, queen of this land.
The saint herself is to be our queen. Now we are safe. Glory to Sanctism.
Chill out for just jumping mid-race like that. Everyone seemed pretty annoyed when Luis did it.
The tournament's winner is not guaranteed the throne. Fairness was never really a factor. Whoever has the skill to exploit the standings will win.
Yep, I doubt anyone heard that over the cheering though.
Listen to that roar. I think I underestimated my sister's popularity.
Even from here, I can feel her aura of magic.
I suppose that's to be expected if she's the land's best mage healer.
From the looks of it, she's perfectly situated to pick up where Forden left off.
I object!
Oh, thank you.
Rella, you have no true experience in the political world. And you would rise to Santifex Forden's heights. Be worshipped as he was. I refuse. I have been loyal to God and His Eminence Forden my whole life. I am the only one worthy of his legacy.
Dude's about to tank his own rating.
Master Godot, truly I do see the truth in your words. However, this is also the will of the Crown Theocracy.
Friends gathered here, do you really believe such a person is fit to be queen?
Oh, he's gonna shoot himself in the foot here.
Once the nation has dissolved into chaos, it will be too late. Appoint me as champion of Sanctism, and I will save you all.
Not sure about that. We know your name, but honestly, you don't have much in the way of real accomplishments.
Damn, going right for the throat with that one.
The man has no charisma. If I had to choose, I'd rather follow Saint Rella in all her glory.
And they say Sanctifex Forden killed the prince, too. If that's true, then I don't know if I'd trust his closest vassal with the throne.
Oh, wow.
Friends, I...
Dude's got nothing.
Is that Louis's gauntlet runner?
What's he gonna do now?
As usual, I find you all embroiled in pointless conflict.
You've got no room to talk there.
What is your business here?
For the sake of those mired in your endless, fruitless squabbles, I have come to propose we give truth to this competition.
What truth?
The people's eyes have been opened. This entire tournament is a self-indulgent travesty of the Sanctus Church's making. First the king, and now you dogs of God. Why do you teach the people lies? You preach that true understanding is mutual and blind to the balance of power. Ignorant, willful or otherwise, to the sin and weakness that your lessons breed. Face the truth. Our world is lawless, and your efforts have done nothing to quell the chaos. It is time we were judged only by our abilities. Victory means nothing unless won by skill, and it is no less true for the throne.
So what do you propose, a chess match?
Skill? What skill would you put on display?
I see no more reason to forbid the killing of candidates.
Of course you're gonna go with that. Rella's not a fighter.
You would have the race decided by violence. And I suppose you believe yourself capable of personally reversing the king's magic? Impossible.
Oh, king! You have witnessed our trials, have you not? You have seen a divine relic used to defy your shield and claim lives! The lance rests in my hand. With its power, my victory is assured. But surely you would not see the race decided by such injustice. And neither would I. I will not give voice to the lie that this world is subject to any god's reign. Would you, O great king?
What is his aim? If he has the key to certain victory in his hands, why cast it aside?
Good question.
Never takes what he doesn't win. That's Luis to the core. He means every word he says.
Gotcha.
When you're clawing up from the bottom and you hear him talk like that, you can't help but dream. And then you never realize.
All the people he had to step over to get there?
Only a madman claims lies and contradictions won't exist in their world.
Louis Burn. What manner of life has this man lived to make him such a creature?
He says that, but with that lance, he could kill any candidate he pleases, couldn't he?
Yep. It might not make him popular, though.
He killed Sanctifex Forden, and now threatens Saint Rella. No! Your late majesty, please, speak!
I think he realizes that if he goes on a killing spree, it will affect his popularity and take him out of the front spot.
Do not fear, my people. Even should Louis claim all the power he desires, I will not be so easily conquered. Even should our nation dissolve into anarchy, I will always stand to defend you.
Sister.
I expected little else of Forden's loyal pet. It seems there is more to the saint than vapid, empty benevolence. Come, O King! There can be no more doubt. The masses desire a truly fair battle. One waged without your shackles.
Be this thy course. Thou wouldst rule by strength alone.
He's talking!
Like when he first rose.
I killed Forden, yet has my standing fallen at all? Surely you would know. This petty race limps forward, while the land is further flooded with anxiety and monsters. You have left us an age of strife. You are powerless to stop it. And in your place, fool king, I will restore the balance and right this land's wrongs!
I see myself in the top 3 there.
So be it. They who remain seeketh a clash without hindrance. Very well. Now and hereafter, my magic shall no longer protect thee. Face this as a trial renewed. If ye would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail.
Rella, please watch your back. This is a weird situation.
You see that light just now?
This does level the playing field against Louis, but anyone could come after us now.
The magla flow surrounding the candidates has disappeared. The protection of the magic is no more.
The royal magic's protection has faded away.
Then this lance of dragons is no more than an antique spear.
Well, we can have that back now then, right? Thank you.
Children lost in Sanctism Shadow. The fog of deception has finally cleared. There is no God. Think hard on your salvation, and whether you'll find it in prayer.
No. He would even deny us our prayer? It's true. His Majesty has broken the spell. If it has come to this.
You know it was not I who laid the prince low. Which means that if you oppose me still, it is for the throne, and nothing more.
Yep.
I can finally face the real you.
Ooh, so you're as excited for this as I am.
A near-death invalid has no place upon the throne. The mere suggestion is ludicrous. You do well to follow the king's example and abandon the folly of your ideals.
No, I need to follow my ideals to its natural conclusion. Me becoming king instead of putting someone else on it. I've been the one fighting for this country all this time.
To cast aside all we've fought for would accomplish nothing. We too strive for a vision. Louis, you will never take the throne. The rightful heir stands before you.
Oh, we're going through with this.
Look upon our candidate and know his true claim. He is the legitimate son of his late Majesty King Hitlodius V, last heir to the throne of Euchronia. His Highness, the Prince himself, has risen to vanquish evil. For his people, he defies the pain and suffering of the curse he endured.
His Highness the Prince? What? That's a lie.
I think there was no reason to go through with this.
His Highness? He has already passed.
His Highness the Prince? They're mad, the lot of them. That boy's an elder.
Actually, going back to what I said before, we might draw the true assassin out.
Indeed he is. 'Tis the very proof you seek. Anyone who truly knows His Highness himself will see what this means. Indeed. There is no denying it.
Thank you.
Rella!
Sister?
I saw for myself when I personally treated His Highness. They'd warned me against revealing it to the public, but the time for discretion is past. His Highness the Prince has elden blood coursing through his veins. His Majesty told me that the boy's birth mother was an elder woman.
The prince was an elder?
Ooh.
Enough of this absurdity.
This might shake the church's reputation too, since they're so anti-Elda.
You! The Prince! A bold gambit to reveal yourself before both Rella and I. Indeed, I have no retort. After all, he's been dead so long, nobody could say otherwise.
I think he knows we're lying out of our asses right now.
Fine then. So be it. This marks the true battle between those who would fight for the throne. Wouldn't you say, Your Highness?
Yeah, he's just gonna let it roll. He's having fun with himself.
Face your unworthy ideals and come to terms. I shall await at the royal capital to meet the one left standing.
With Louis in the lead, he no longer has to concern himself with the other candidates, especially those who aren't a direct challenge. I secured the abandoned Drakodios. Ooh, the knight can use it. Rank 3. My support has increased dramatically now that I've announced I am the prince, and I can't let the people down.
Rella, Forden's legacy is rightfully mine. It won't be long before this conflict turns violent. Do you really think you have what it takes to fend off Louis?
I think we're about to fight this guy. He's getting really desperate.
You were head of the guards and you failed to protect Santifex Forden.
Sheesh.
You want to talk? Please step down.
That is surprisingly vicious from you.
And you think yourself my better, do you? If it's a contest of strength you want, we can settle that right here. My magic. Nothing's happening. What's going on?
Whoa.
Please, do not cause further distress to the devout. I ask once more, stand down.
Did you see that? Those were thorned vines. But that's... Sister.
Children of God, I know the burdens you bear. I see the fear and anxiety that weighs heavy upon you. But rest at ease, my beloved citizens. Sanctism is and shall ever be your fortress. Know that I will protect all of you. Pray with me now.
Something's off.
Close your eye.
Something's really off.
She's right. Saint Rella can even heal our country.
Is she
As long as
possessed?
we believe in her, we shall know peace.
She might be possessed.
Saint Rella, close your eye.
Be careful. I sense Magla. There's something beyond rhetoric in her words. There's definitely magic there.
Yep.
Sister! What have you done to everyone?
I'm lifting their fears and anxieties. I can take yours too. With enough devotion, you can lock your anxieties away and they shall never trouble you again.
This feels like in Shin Megami Tensei when you side with Heaven.
Sanctifex Forden saw Sanctism as only a tool. A means to exploit the people, abuse his authority, and mask injustice as piety. And yet, even then, did this twisted form of Sanctism save no unfortunate souls? What makes salvation true? Louis claims that there is no God. That true equality is only earned in pitiless competition. Are the believers fools to fear his words?
Saint Rella.
I will save the people of this land in the truest sense. They shall live with no worries, no anxieties. Now and forevermore.
But through magic?
You forced the fears out of their very hearts. 'Tis no salvation to strip them of free thought.
Oh, I was wondering what this was reminding me of. This is something that's happening in Itchy the Witch right now. Just forcefully taking people's negative emotions and leaving them kind of hollow.
Perhaps not. But this country has bled them of it for too long. Besides, what makes you any more fit to speak of rightness? You claim he is the prince.
You went along with it.
The real prince is surely at death's door, isn't he? After all, your efforts did nothing to lift the curse.
She's acting totally different now.
I've told you before. The prince's curse was crafted to perpetually draw upon the caster's magic. I know he suffers because I yet live. Wait. Surely you can't mean... No. You healed His Highness. It was only by virtue of your presence that he survived that night. Oh, was I not clear enough? Allow me to clarify. On that night, it was my back that your blade carved across.
This isn't good. There's magic flooding this place.
Keen senses indeed, to be capable of seeing all this.
No! Why? Sister, you can't have! You were only 12 summers old then.
I was. And Luis was only a boy. All the better for any witnesses to suspect him of the crime. Yet I was interrupted in casting. What would have been a fatal curse became something unorthodox and incomplete. A spell with no formula.
Ah.
Even I could not dispel it. All you can do now is kill the caster. As heiress to the Sanctus Church's legacy, I will never hand over the royal scepter. Not to Luis, nor to you. Juna, I will await you amidst our dearest memories. Find me where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried. A place I'm sure you know well.
Isn't that a...
Halt! I will not let you escape. You've ruined everything. The church, my authority, everything.
I'm just speechless at everything that's happening right now.
You will never leave this city alive. I am Guido, of the warrior monks, and in God's name, I condemn thee!
Is he talking to us?
Oi! They're calling in the cavalry! We've got incoming runners, plural! We need to get out of here!
Norris, swiftly!
Lost it, I know!
Speaking of blasting... Oh, wow.
Who put this cliff here?
What about the teleportation? That takes time we don't have!
We've got nowhere to go but up into the sky!
Oh.
So we do. Then, that's what we'll do. We fly!
Wait, you're saying...
We can fly now.
Finished preparations long ago. Time was something I had in surplus.
Then?
Thank goodness for that.
But if it fails, it's curtains for us. We all die here. You hear me?
Just do it.
I trust you.
We're dead if we don't move either way. I agree. This speaks true.
Just take us up already. We've all flown before, right?
Have we?
Except me.
Norris! Is this not your dream? Then bring it to life! Here and now!
I'll do it. I'll take you with me. Beyond the sky!
What the?
Not yet. Trust your technology near us. It's time.
Sick.
Let's fly!
It can fly!
Yeah! We're flying like a bally bird with wings and all! Did you not see that? How do you like that?
My ears are popping.
This might take some getting used to.
Proud of you, Nurse. Well done.
Take that, world! I've really done it! Look at her! That's my skyrunner!
After that drop, I thought we'd die, even if we didn't crash. Now that we're past the worst of it, it's actually smoother than I thought.
Stroll, how you feeling? Not sick again, are you?
A bit of faith, my dear.
You're telling me that tiny patch is the city? It's like a child's toy. Seeing it like this, it's easy to imagine the people as little dots, huddling together in fear.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Phew, that was terrifying. I'm just glad it flew okay. Don't you think?
I knew it'd work.
I always knew Nurse could make it work.
I should have said that last one. You're flying anyway.
Only because you're as bold and big-headed as I am, what? Really, old boy, I'd not be here without you to give me the push I needed. Thank you.
So, about our next move.
We must pursue Rella as soon as possible.
Yeah, she's definitely not much of a saint anymore.
Where did she say she was going? Where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried?
My guess is the Mage Academy, or what remains of the place. Nobody goes near it now. I was a student there myself once.
You don't say. No wonder you're so knowledgeable about magic.
For a dropout, I suppose.
The Royal Mage Academy, then. 'Twas known as the finest school in the kingdom for magic research.
We've heard that name pop up for a while now.
Lady Julia, I've got to ask. What was St. Rella like back in your school days? The way she was acting earlier, all cold? That the real her?
Either she's really good at acting or something's controlling her. Because her demeanor was so different, and in such a short span of time.
No! It can't be. I don't want it to be. Maybe I just never knew the real her. That was the first I've ever seen her like that myself.
I was right to be skeptical about Louise's death. I'm gonna be skeptical about her actual personality.
I keep thinking, if she'd just quietly taken over for Forden, we could have helped each other out. Even if she inherits the Sanctifex's authority, she's nothing like Forden. She'd never want to hurt anyone.
And if she was staying in the background all this time, what motive would she have to curse the prince?
That's not her. I thought she wasn't like that. Now she's saying she was part of this conspiracy? She attacked the prince? No, it doesn't make any sense.
Then we've got to get to her fast as we can. We know where she is, yeah? You just gotta tell her everything you just told us.
That would be prudent, yes. But Captain, a reef for your thoughts, lad. If she is truly the culprit, then the curse will persist so long as she lives. This means we will have to kill her. Are you up to the task?
It feels like we're on a wild goose chase.
Juna, would you prefer to stay behind?
I can't afford to. If at the last minute I can't face it, then you can leave me where I stand. I'm prepared enough for that.
Lady Juna.
I went with the ellipses because I don't think killing Rella's the right answer.
What's the matter? It's plain to see something's bothering you.
Oh, no. It's nothing specific. It's just that something's felt wrong somehow. Ever since I sensed the Saint's Magla.
Tell us.
I'm sorry. It's hard to explain. Please pay me no mind.
Please explain after you figure it out at least. I've marked the location of the Mage Academy ruins on the map. Rella will be waiting for us when we land. I never wanted it to come to this, but be ready for a fight. When I'm prepared for battle, I should check the location on the map. Ooh boy! Oh, the music. So I said at the beginning of this that things went so far off the rails that I don't know where the track is anymore. I'm in a different country at this point. Like, sheesh. Atlus has no chill when things get close to the end game. You think you understand everything and then something somehow throws you for a loop. And that loop is very intense. Okay, can't get distracted by the music today. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future episodes. And remember to leave a like while you're at it. Hope you have a great day. Cue the outro.